I've been putting a lot of thought into this, and guys, I might start a podcast. It's exciting stuff. Oh, wait, shit. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Preston, and this is a typical podcast. Life's exciting. I haven't gone on tour yet. I don't know what I've go on tour for, but I just haven't done it yet. Need to work on that. I don't go to a lot of live shows. So I was wondering, what do influencer live shows do? Like, what are they about? Because I know at concerts, there's music. That makes sense. At comedy shows, they make you haha. But at an influencer live show, what do they do? I'm not trying to shit on influencer live shows, by the way. I don't know what they do. Like, what is their thing? Do they just stand there to be admired by their fans? Is it more like a Q&A type thing? Like they're there, a fan comes up, asks a question, and then the person answers it. Do they, like, I'm sure maybe if like certain ones, maybe they have a musical little career. Maybe they have some musical career behind their influencer self. So maybe they play some music, they do a little show. But for the rest of them, what do they do? Do they, like, I know I know that this isn't like a new thing. These have been going on for like the past 5 years. There's been influencer live shows. I have not been to one. I actually thought about going to one once, but then I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna pay for this. I changed my mind. So to anyone who's ever been to one, what is it like? If you can DM me what it's like on Instagram or like somewhere, just let me know, because I'm actually curious. I want to know if it's really cheesy. I mean, I'm sure there's some great ones. Like I think if they have like, I don't know, to me, if they have some sort of like musical background as well, like that might be interesting. They play music, but then other ones, like what do these? I'm thinking about it more and more, and I'm just picturing TikTokers that lip sync songs and just smile for the camera. What would they do? What would they do at a live show? What would they do? I'm just baffled, and I'm confused. Like, what would I do? Okay, here we go. This is a better approach. What would I do if I was at a live show? Let's see. Because, it's easy to just be like point and laugh, but what would I do? That's a good question. I would obviously be on stage, because that's what people are there. They're there to see me. I'm not gonna sit in the crowd. That doesn't make sense. That wouldn't work. That would go against the idea. Anyway, we're getting too meta for a moment. I would be. Shit, what would I do? Holy shit! Actually, I don't know. I might tell some jokes or something. Might turn it into like stand-up comedy a little bit, but not like professional where like I'm actually standing up there. Like, I'd throw jokes in here or there. I guess mine would be more Q&A like. That's probably boring. Or what if, yeah, okay, this is what I would do. It would be like a stand-up set, kind of. Assuming it's just me, okay? Like, maybe in the future, maybe I get like a posse or whatever, I mean, I would have friends there with me, but I don't know if they would be on stage necessarily. So in this scenario, it's just me. I'm the only one on stage. People paid to come see me. Do a little Q&A thing. And I guess, would I try to be inspirational? Would I try to encourage people to like make stuff or do what they want? Because I feel like the types of questions you get would be, oh, hey Preston, I'm young, and I really like your work, and it inspires me to make my own stuff. And the stuff they make is pretty shit, but no, I'm just kidding. So they ask me, oh, how would you, what would you do? How did you get started? Maybe they ask those types of questions. How did you get started? What did you do to make sure you didn't stop doing it? I guess you know what? That's what I do. I do a little. This would be my live show. Okay, we do a little Q&A at the end, or should we? No, probably at the end. That makes the most sense. Why would you open with a Q&A? That seems a little awkward for everyone involved. So we do the Q&A at the end. At the beginning, I come on stage. I'm like, "What's up? What's up, people? What's up? You know me." and then after that, maybe do some jokes, blah, 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 blah. Talk about some stuff. Smile for the cameras, and then do a Q&A at the end. Holy shit. That is my influencer live show. I just created it. And you know what? Hopefully at this point, I start my musical career. And you know what? I do a little concert for one song. Oh my God. Holy guys, we figured it out. That is exactly what any influencer's live show is most of the time. Maybe not every single one, but that has to be the gist of it. Because I can't imagine anything else. Just a little bit of everything. Wow. I don't know if that makes me want to go to one anymore, but wow. I can't wait to start mine. You know what? I really need to find like a new tune for the podcast intro. Like I like the sound, I really do, but it's more, I don't know. I never really did like it for the podcast. I always loved it for the vlogs because I was like, like it's just quick and it flows. But I think the podcast, I've been working on trying to find another tune, but it's not an easy task. So, if anyone listening, if you know how to make one, or if you happen to know how to make one, and you're interested in making one for me, or maybe you already have something and you're just like, sure, whatever, DM me because I'm actually interested. I want to check it out because I want to find, and even if no one does this, I'll find one eventually. It's not like a big rush thing for me. I don't need to find. It's not a need now type of thing, but it's been one of those things that I need to find another tune because I don't want to. The podcast needs its own thing, is what I'm saying. The jingle jangle right now doesn't. It's good, but I want that to be just for the vlogs. I don't want that for the podcast anymore. So yeah, if you know how to make anything or you have any suggestions, let me know. I'll take a look. Freckles is laying with me right now. She's on camera. Getting some beauty sleep. Maybe I'll let you guys hear her snore for a second. I don't know if you guys heard her, but I woke her up. I'm sorry, Freckles. Wait, did I ever tell anyone why I named... I'm sure I've told people why I named Rosebud. But I'll repeat the story anyway, just in case. But we'll start with Freckles. So I named Freckles because... Actually, I don't know if I'm the one that named her, but my family and we named Freckles because when she was a little puppy, and she kind of still has it, pretty simple. She had freckles. She had like spots here and there. And, I have freckles, and I was like, oh my gosh, this puppy looks like me. Little kid voice, me, said that. So we named Freckles. And Freckles! Sorry. And then we named Rosebud, or I named Rosebud. When I think her original name, we got Rosebud from my friend of mine's family. So we got her as a puppy, and I think her name that they were naming, they gave all the dogs names because that's what you do. So you don't go, hey, that one, this one. That one over there, that one by the box, you know. So then Rosebud's original name was Ruby or something like that. I think he was with an R, and I wanted to do something where it was also an R. And when I was growing up, I loved the movie Air Bud. It's a movie about a golden retriever that does all sports, and they have a couple of them. And then eventually there were Air Buddies, which was the puppies of Air Bud. And the one girl dog, the only girl dog, because Rosebud's a girl, the only girl dog in those movies, her name was Rosebud. And she had like a pink little bow thing on her head. And her sport was soccer, and I love soccer. So I named her Rosebud. You ever think when's the last time you were a baby? You ever think when's the last time you were a baby? Like, I know I just repeated myself, but like, what's your earliest memory? 'Cause to my knowledge, I don't remember being a baby. I think I was just set at default. I was born at 4 years old. And so from there on, I just started, that's when my memory, I was just born at 4 years old. I'm pretty sure that's how it was, because I can't remember anything before that. And I don't even remember distinctly like when in 4 years old these moments happened, but I do remember distinctly practicing soccer at 4 and like playing soccer. I also remember going to preschool. I don't fully remember, obviously I don't fully remember like everything, but I do remember certain moments. I remember in preschool, what I remember in preschool, people just, they didn't know how, there were a lot of accidents in preschool. Not by me. I never peed my pants at school. To this day, I've never peed my pants at school, just so we're clear. Or shit my pants at school, just so we're clear. So this preschool, I don't know if I've ever worked at a preschool, just because it doesn't seem, it's not my field of work. That's besides the point. Let's get back to the earliest memory. I don't know which one comes first, but I do remember playing soccer in around 4 years old, and I remember being pretty good. But I don't distinctly remember like plays or like any games. I just remember I was playing soccer. I do remember playing games. I remember going to practice, but I don't remember. I remember the team. We were called the All-Stars. Yeah. Yeah. And in preschool, my memory was, I remember playing with like blocks and stuff. And you know what's interesting? When I was in elementary school, I had friends in elementary school, and they told me they remembered me in preschool. And I didn't, for the most part, I didn't know everybody that went to preschool, who I went to preschool with. Like, I just didn't remember them. I only remembered like 2 or 3 because, they were like my best friends growing up, and I hung out with them all the time. But in elementary school, there were like other kids that were there, and they were like, "Oh, hey, you don't remember? We went to preschool together." And I was like, "What? I don't know you. I don't know you, kid. What the fuck are you doing? Who are you talking to, bro? This is me. I don't know you. You don't know me." But it turns out we went to preschool together, and that's how bad my memory was at that moment. Or, it's not even my memory. It's not even that my memory was bad. It just didn't think that information. I didn't think that guy was more. This is what it was. When I was in preschool, you didn't make an impression on me, so I didn't find a reason to remember you. That's the truth. That's exactly why I didn't remember that guy in elementary school, or anyone. There's more than one. There was like at least 5. That's why I don't remember any of them. They didn't make a single impression on me. They did not impress me in any way, shape, or form. So my mind was like, fuck that kid, and then just deleted him out of my mind. And yeah, That's my earliest memory. Just that. Like, have you guys ever like like right now, maybe not, maybe it's not an easy thing to do right now, but whenever you have time, just try to really think about the earliest memory you've ever had. It's not an easy task. If you can get before 4 years old, that's pretty impressive, I think. Because anything after 4, you're already in education, you're learning stuff. Your mind is already like present, like, oh, this is important. ABCs. I need to know this for sure. It is such a weird feeling to force yourself into doing something that you like. Like it's so conflicting because you want to do it because you enjoy doing it, but something saying, be lazy. You don't have to do it right now. It's okay. So you don't do it. So it's like it's hard to get past that moment. Like, for example, maybe you want to go be a stripper for one day. That's what you want to do. That's what you like. You know what? Hold on. Let me rephrase this. You are a stripper and you like stripping. Okay? At your house. This isn't even like a public thing, all right? You just like stripping at your own house, the comfort of your home. And you're like, I want to go do this. But something tells you, you don't need to do it right now. Nah, don't do it. There's no why? So you just you just grab your phone and you're like, all right, I'll just go on social media, watch some YouTube videos. I might watch a movie. I might watch a TV show or something. And then by the end of the day, you're like, you're disappointed or you're upset because you're like, I didn't do what I like to do. I didn't do that. And this story about being a stripper and loving to do it in the comfort of your home, it can be related to anything and everything. I'll relate it to making videos. I love making videos. I really do. It's so much fun. But there are days where I'm like, I don't want to do this. Or no, it's not even like I don't want to do this. It's like I wake up early. So I wake up at 8. And then around like 9 or 10, I'm like, I'm not doing anything between 9 and 11 for sure. Without a doubt, I am not doing a single thing. And those are the perfect time. That's the perfect time for me to just say, all right, let me go do something. Let me make some videos. That's what I do. That's usually the time I do it. But there are days where I'm like, I don't know. I already made 2 yesterday. I don't really need to make any today. And that makes me just not want to do what I like doing. I feel maybe it's comfort. That's what it might be, comfort. I'm like, I'm comfortable. I already did what I needed for this day. Like, I don't really need to do anything today then. And I hate that feeling. Like it happens all the time. So I kind of have to force myself. And the way I force myself, I just start playing music and I literally have to get up and energize myself. Like, all right, you're gonna fucking do this, bro. You're gonna start recording, okay? And just do it. And that's how I do it. It's almost nectarine season. In case anyone is wondering, nectarines are my favorite fruit. I absolutely love nectarines with a passion. I think they're so tasty to me. Like, it sucks that they're not around all year. And you know what? That might be what makes them better or more desirable to me, because they're not around all year. So when they are around, I get so many nectarines. I eat 2 a day when they're like actually like popping off and there's a lot, cuz they're just so good. Guys, I love nectarines so much. I love nectarines. I fucking love nectarines. I fucking love nectarines. Imagine if I just started breaking down crying about how much I love nectarines. Oh, holy shit. But you know what else I like? I like imagining. I love imagination. What I used to do as a kid, when I distinctly remember this for sure. Like, in this room, I was watching Lord of the Rings, and I remember just like imagining that I was one of the characters. Like I was acting pretty much. I was one of the characters in the movie. And it was at every single point that any of the characters in the movie were like fighting orcs or anything. I would just go around running around the table pretending like I'm like swinging and like stabbing orcs and stuff, and I would just, the music in the movies just it would just make me imagine that I am in that world. I'm sure I'm not the only one as a kid. Like you imagine, everyone has imagination. But I would do that with I would do that with a lot of movies. And I think that imagination of me putting myself into like movies and like acting like I'm characters is why I love doing videos so much. Because it is just, I'm imagining what the video would be like and all that. So like editing the video, the actual like what's in camera and all that, I'm imagining that. And that is, I think, why I like doing it so much. Because I've love imagination. I can't remember. It's been a while since like I've just purely just imagined like, maybe playing with toys or whatever. Just pure imagination of like really feeling like I was in that realm or world. But I mean, no, that's not necessarily true. I do imagine things when I still watch stuff. I still feel the imagination and like feel myself in the world and stuff, but it's more so in my mind rather than like me running around like it's more so in my mind and less me looking like I'm on drugs fighting off imaginary shit all the time when I watch stuff. Like I'm not like when I watch any Star Wars movie now, I'm not running around my house with a blaster just shooting things. Or maybe it's a more story-driven movie and they're talking and I'm not like in my house sitting in a corner just like talking to myself as if I was talking to the people. It's less of that. That's more when I was a kid, but it's still in my mind, and imagination is so wonderful. It's so awesome. It's such a simple thing that I think people don't really think about that much, but imagination is just like, it is the heart of every person, I feel. Some people have crazy imaginations and they just think about being in really shitty relationships with people for some unknown reason, but that's their imagination. That is the heart of their person. Maybe you have a wonderful imagination and you think you're going to change the world and you end up not. Maybe you failed your imagination, also known as dreams. You just imagined a little too hard, buddy. But that doesn't discredit your imagination. Maybe you imagined you were going to get married at 23. And turns out you got married at 22. You accomplished your goal. But now you didn't imagine anything else after that. So now you feel a little weird. You're confused because you're 23, or no, you're 22 and you're married, but you didn't imagine what would happen afterwards. Divorce. Oh my God. But yeah, imagination's crazy. I've never thought about it that way until I just said it and spit some wise ass words. I think imagination is the heart of your person, or it can be seen as being the heart of your person. But it gets overlooked because I guess people lose their imagination. They lose that muscle. They lose it over time. Keep up your imagination muscle is what I'm saying, because it's good for you. And with that said, this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching or listening. This was a typical podcast. I was Preston. No, seriously though, if you guys have a tune or like have an idea for what I could use for the intro song, the little jingle jangle for the podcast, let me know. I would love to check it out and see what people create or what people suggest. And yeah, thank you guys for watching or listening.